looks so much bigger than he does.
Yeah, and he's got a 15-pound weight advantage every time he lands it.
The history of boxing has been full of great moments, incredible fighters, and amazing fights.
Milana goes down.
In this video, we will show you the 6th edition of our best punches in the ring, with each video featuring 25 of the most memorable, fast, strong, and technical punches in boxing history. If you like this video, please don't forget to punch the like button and subscribe to the channel.
It's over. The refs will get in there. The refs will get in there. Way overdue. Way overdue. Now he does.
Heavyweight legend Lennox Lewis had a phenomenal career and spectacular victories, but he also suffered some unfortunate defeats. In 1994, Oliver McCall sent the Briton to the first knockout in his career.
Unbeaten, remember, after 25 fights. Oh, he's got him. Oh, Lewis walked into a right hand, and that was the sucker punch that they worried about. And Lewis staggers, and the referee has decided it's all over. My goodness, what an upset, and Lennox Lewis's career must now be in tatters.
Whitaker was regarded as a boxer with an almost perfect defense, but even he could miss a beat. Hurtado handily beat Whitaker on the judges' cards for almost the entire fight. However, in the 11th round, Whitaker landed a left hook, followed by a barrage of powerful blows, earning himself a TKO victory.
Did he stop it, though? Did he stop it?
Now he does. Now he does. It's about 3 punches.
Too late. Too late. What more do you want? The guy's balanced on the rope. Stop it.
For fans who have watched fights for years, Jerry Cooney and Ken Norton.
1, 2,
The fight's over now. 4, more than over.
5,
He
6,
has 7 shots.
7, 8, 9.
That's unbelievable.
And it's not counting the punch that did the damage.
Right, and the only thing
WBO World Bantamweight Champion Zolani Tete knocked out Sebeniso Ganya in 6 seconds, setting a new record for the fastest ever knockout in a world title fight, as the referee called a halt 11 seconds into the first round.
Extraordinary shot from Zolani Tete.
Some boxers are able to take a punch, while others, not so much. This has a big impact on how a boxer handles himself in the ring, and it reflects in his fighting style. Amir Khan switched to a higher weight class to meet Canelo Alvarez, but the difference in power and physical strength between these two rivals was very great, and this factored into the outcome of the battle. In the 6th round, Canelo landed a powerful shot straight to Khan's jaw, knocking him out cold.
Eddie Bayless is stopping the fight. And Canelo Alvarez is the first one there. Canelo Alvarez may have knocked Khan cold with that shot.
In just his 8th fight, Irish Andy Lee punches former welterweight champion Carl Daniels in the face with a right hook, knocking him out flat and going on to become the WBO middleweight champion.
We'll see the knockout again. It is a right hook.
Yeah, see, showed him the jab, just turned it around and over. Incredible shot.
In the Anthony Joshua-Andy Ruiz duel, Ruiz proved that muscles are far from the main factor determining the outcome of a fight, despite the fact that Joshua was more powerful and Ruiz was considered an underdog. Ruiz created the upset of the year by sending Joshua to the floor several times and becoming the first Mexican heavyweight champion.
Men are wary. But Sergio, you brought us the big chance and never win. And Joshua hurt in the corner. Joshua is hurt. He's staggered. And he goes down again. That's a knockdown.
Undefeated IBF lightweight champion Shane Mosley makes his first defense of his crown against the tough Manuel Gomez. In the 11th round, Gomez collapses to the canvas after a right hand from Mosley. Fighting for the first time in the lightweight, former WBA and WBC World Super Featherweight title challenger Jim McDonnell of the UK attempts to get his career back on track against the dangerous American journeyman Kenny Weiss. McDonnell failed to hurt Weiss and was eventually stopped with a single left hook that left him hanging on the bottom rope. Former heavyweight king Larry Holmes has destroyed quite a few promising boxers throughout his career, and Curtis Shepard was no exception. In 1966, Henry Cooper got his long-awaited chance at a rematch with Muhammad Ali, this time for the heavyweight championship of the world. Their first fight in 1963 had been a tough one for Ali, with the greatest finding himself on the floor after Cooper delivered a left hook at the end of round 4. Ali was saved by the bell before going on to win in his predicted 5th round due to Cooper's severely cut eye. Darnell Boone was a tough boxer. In 2005, the young Andre Ward was no exception, with Boone knocking him down for the first time in his career. In March 1989, undefeated IBF World Middleweight Champion Michael Nunn makes his second title defense against former WBA World Middleweight Champion Sumbu Kalambe. This fight should have been a unification match for the IBF and WBA titles, but Kalambe was stripped of his title for refusing to fight the WBA's #1 contender, Harold Graham. The fight was nicknamed the Knockout of the Year, according to the Ring magazine, when Nunn delivered a devastating left in the first round. Ring gladiator Arturo Gatti was famous not only for his will, but also spectacular knockouts. In this second professional fight, he knocked out Luis Melendez. In 1966, young heavyweight champion Muhammad Ali defends his title against Brian London. Ali, at 24 years old, put on a masterful performance against a clearly outclassed 32-year-old opponent. Ali had the advantages of height, weight, reach, and youth on his side, almost hitting London at will as the fight went on. After landing 11 punches in 3 seconds, the crowd of about 13,000 were amazed by Muhammad Ali's speed.
Punches by Muhammad Ali. London goes down. The referee sends Ali to a neutral corner and picks up the count. It doesn't appear as if London's going to be able to make it to his feet. The fight is over.
British fighter David Haye began his career in cruiserweight, where he achieved great success, winning 3 championship belts. However, few people know that on the way to his peak, he brutally lost to Carl Thompson in 2004. Salvador Sanchez, nicknamed Chava, was a very promising Mexican athlete who met in the ring Wilfredo Gomez, nicknamed Bazooka. Gomez was one of the most prominent boxers of the golden Puerto Rican generation of the 70s and 80s. The atmosphere around this fight, called the Battle Between the Little Giants, was insane from the start. In the 8th round, Sanchez delivered a thunderous right and ended the fight.
Referee Carlos Padilla stops the fight in the 8th round.
In a duel between two punchers, Alexander Gvozdyk was more fortunate, knocking out Adonis Stevenson, taking his WBC belt. Ingemar Johansson shocked the world as he became the first European in 25 years to win the heavyweight championship of the world. In this fight, he is now defending it against former champion Floyd Patterson. The second meeting of these two boxers would be called Fight of the Year for 1960. In the 5th round, Patterson delivered a devastating left hook that dropped Johansson to the canvas. In 1995, Vincent Petway scored this wicked round 6 knockout against Simon Brown.
With a left hook, and Simon may not be able to recover from this one. Comes to 5 and 6 and 7. He's not going to make it. It's an 8, 9, and 10.
In 2009, the duel between David Haye and Nikolai Valuev was promoted under the slogan David versus Goliath. The most memorable moment of this fight was in the 12th round, when Valuev missed an incoming blow, causing him to stumble on unsteady legs.
Gets to Valuev, who definitely did a silly dance there. He nearly took down the giant.
Roy Jones, at the start of his career, was an unstoppable machine. In a duel against Ricky Stackhouse, Roy knocked Ricky down in the 1st round and followed with a knockout.
And with the young Tiger of Best starting like Roy Jones did, this is over.
In November 1972, Roberto Duran suffered his first defeat, having been knocked down for the first time in his career. His opponent, Esteban de Jesus.
And he is smiling grimacing.
In 1988, Mike Tyson faced Larry Holmes. Although Holmes was considered one of the greatest heavyweights, this fight proved that even the greatest boxers could not stop Tyson in his prime. In the semifinals of the Boxing Super Series, here we see Murat Gassiev knocking down Yunier Dorticos. Gassiev went on to win by TKO in the 12th round.
In the center, as King Kong trudges forward. A right hand, down goes.
After Deontay Wilder knocked out Luis Ortiz in their second fight, many boxing experts called the American the most brutal puncher in boxing history.
And good night to Luis Ortiz. Boom.
In September 2001, the fight for the title of absolute middleweight champion took place between Bernard Hopkins and Felix Tito Trinidad. In this fight, we see how tactics and discipline beat power and natural talent. In the 12th round, Hopkins landed a right hook on Trinidad's jaw, sending him to the floor. The fight was stopped. Tito suffered the first defeat of his career.
He's never been knocked out. This fight is over. Steve Smoker stops it.
In April 2001, in Carnival City, South Africa, Hasim Rahman entered the ring against the WBC, IBF, and WBO heavyweight champion Lennox Lewis. Rahman, who was a 20-1 underdog, won by knockout in the 5th round. This was one of the biggest upsets in boxing history. If you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for new episodes about boxing legends of the past. See you next time in the ring.